Spicy sewers. We'll call them spicy sewers.
Hello and welcome back to the Frog God Games YouTube channel. My name is Brianna, and today we have with us Ken Spencer, the author of Rat King Sewer, which is now on Indiegogo. How's it going?
It's going quite nicely here. It's a nice, bright, sunny spring day, and we're thinking of putting the garden in tomorrow.
Ooh, garden. I do love a good garden. Project we are talking about today is Rat King Sewer, and I instantaneously got the heebie-jeebies because it has the two things that I am the most squeamish about: rats and sewers. Can you give us a little bit of a background of how just the overall project?
Sure. Rock King Sewer is a sewer-based dungeon crawl. It's available in 5e and OSR. It's for 5e tier 2 characters. OSR, I think it's 5 to 7th level. It is a self-contained adventure. It's set in our Lost Lands, but it can be easily, if you have a city in your fantasy world with a sewer, that's all you need to start it off. The plot is that a valuable gem was lost and swallowed by a rat, and the rat went into the sewer. And the city's going crazy because people are looking for the gem. So a rat swallowed a gem. Everybody wants to find the rat. Everybody wants to find the gem.
It's like if you get that, you're probably set for life.
Exactly. So the city is going crazy, and either our heroes go into the sewers themselves or are hired by the mayor to go in and get the jewel so that the problem is solved theoretically. And then
Nice.
hijinks ensue.
Of course, gotta have the hijinks. What inspired this module?
Well, I years and years ago, I was just challenged by some of my regular players that you can't put a dungeon crawl into every campaign. Well, we were playing a Wild West supernatural campaign that had drifted to Europe, and they were in Paris. And as it happened, my wife and I had done our honeymoon was in Paris, so I knew the layout of the city and I knew about the catacombs and the sewers. So guess what? Cowboys in the sewers. And since then, I have been working sewers into games repeatedly. Some of my friends who are my long-term play testers do things like they see a map pack of sewers at a game store and they buy it and they give it to me, or rat miniatures, or various other sewer and rat related things. So it's a reoccurring motif in my home games. And when I needed to write another adventure for Frog God, I thought, rats, sewers, let's put this thing together.
I gotta say, I pulled up the page for the Indiegogo, and right out of the chute, the art. Okay. I have to say, I'm always a huge fan of the art in both the Frog God and Necromancer games. And just about everything they put out, the art is amazing. And this one is really no exception because I got the heebie-jeebies just looking at some of these, shall we say, creatures.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun creating all sorts of new rats and were rats and giving them to the artist to illustrate and coming up with what it's like to do a crawl through the sewers. Because I used to, in my college days, I did a lot of caving, so underground travel is something I'm familiar with, and some of the hazards and literal pitfalls that you can encounter. And I worked that into it, and I did some research on sewers, on historic sewers and ancient sewers and that sort of thing. And in the adventure, they're larger than they would be in real life, but that's because it's more fun to have a fight in a sewer that's got room to maneuver than it is a sewer that's a 2 foot diameter pipe.
It's more like
Yeah,
more of a catacomb than a sewer, but yes.
yeah, yeah. So I worked all that together and made a one of the interesting things I love most that I created for this is the D100 sewer floater table.
Ooh, what is that?
So periodically, in addition to random encounters, wandering monsters, the GM is to roll on the floater table and describe what floats past in the sewer.
Oh,
Yeah,
uh,
it could be a boot with a foot in it.
oh,
Yeah, it could be a chunk of cheese.
that would be good for luring the
The
rats for
rats,
sure.
exactly. Half of a dead horse,
Mm,
the other half of the dead horse.
naturally.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man.
it's a disgusting table and it's a lot of fun.
So for anyone that likes the creepy crawlies and the grossing out your players, there you go. So this one is a it's it you can And again, it's one of those games where you can just take it and put it into any game. So if you're looking for something to spice up a current game, there you go.
Spicy sewers. We'll call them spicy sewers.
The spicy sewers, yes, that's a
Yeah.
term that I now I have in my vocabulary. What is something in this game that you are extremely proud of, or that you think that people are really going to enjoy?
Well, I don't want to give too much of the adventure away, but apparently there's some sort of were rat who's the king of the sewers, and putting together his court and their interrelationships. So for the GM, it's more than just, oh, a were rat appears. The villains have a backstory, and it gives some chance for the GM to do a lot of role playing on their own as the villains, and a lot of really hammy role playing. I went with sort of a classic Universal or Hammer horror movie feel for these villains. I mean, they should cackle, they should monologue, they should be so fun for the GM to play. He almost doesn't want to put them into combat because he doesn't want to lose them.
So it's really one of those things that gives the GM something to really sink their acting ability into.
Exactly.
Is there anything else that you would like people to know about this game?
As far as Rat King Sewer goes, as far as the adventure, there's a little twist at the end. And again, I don't want to give away too much, but not as all is what it seems in the sewer, and not as everything is what it seems with the Rat King and his court. A little bit of mystery.
So, what is the best way for people who maybe want to support this game? What is the best way to support this game?
Well, of course, the best way to support an Indiegogo project is to back it. But we understand not everybody can back it. There's a lot of Indiegogo projects right now. And if you can't back it right now, we would like you to like it, to share it, to tell your friends about it, to spread the word so that those who are interested in it the most can come in and get on board with this before it's too late.
So, for anyone that wants to find out what exactly is going on in the sewer with the Rat King, you should definitely check the Rat King sewer out on Indiegogo. The link will be in the description. Thank you so much for talking with us today, Ken.
Well, thank you for having me on.
Sure.